What started out as an Epic Games Store exclusive has finally come to Steam, and we are so happy to see it here. This story-driven action-adventure sparkles with a unique story, vibrant visuals, and a fast-paced gameplay loop that keeps you engaged. And with your little rock friends to help, what more could you really want? Kena Bridge of Spirits is a good time, but how good is it on the Steam Deck? Well, let's dive in and find out if we have the spirit to play on deck. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you want to see more, and hit that notification bell to be notified as soon as our next video is live. You can also check out our Twitter for the fastest updates on articles, game reviews, upcoming projects, and partake in discussions about everything Steam Deck. I start off with a max settings benchmark, which clearly shows this game is in dire need of optimization. Just running around, we are getting a frame rate of 18 to 20, while the battery drain is at an insane 24 to 25 watts. This is not viable or stable, especially since this will only get worse during combat or loading new assets. Luckily, we found a couple fantastic solutions. Personally, we felt a smoother, stable 40 frames per second was actually more enjoyable compared to saving battery or increasing visual quality. With the settings mostly at low and dynamic resolution enabled, we were able to set a TDP limit of 11 to keep battery under a 19 watt drain and 80 degrees Celsius. This did keep the game mostly stable, with the only spikes being when loading in new assets, which can be attributed to Unreal Engine 4. These settings will keep a range of 2.5 to 3 hours of battery life, and holding strong even during combat. On the smaller screen, the graphical downgrades are not as noticeable, though the ghosting around Kena can be a bit jarring, especially when rolling. We created two other builds that focused on battery saving and visual quality. Both have their pluses, with the battery saving being better on battery drain and visual quality being, well, better graphical quality, but they both don't feel as great when playing Kena at 40 frames per second. The battery saver build consists of primarily low settings, with some that were bumped up to medium, frame rate at 30, and TDP dropped down to 9. This allowed the game to keep a stable frame rate while draining 12 to 15 watts for around a 3.5 hour battery in sub 70 Celsius temps. Even during demanding scenes, the frame rate definitely held its own and kept the battery from chugging too much power. This is a great setting for those who are out and about to conserve as much as possible. The quality build focused on giving the best eye candy, which meant turning off dynamic resolution. For Kena, dynamic resolution is important for keeping battery drain lower, but it does cost visuals a bit. We opted to have 85% resolution, as well as mostly high settings, with shadows being at medium. We did have to increase TDP to 13, but the game looks beautiful and holds its own, except for when assets are loading in. But at 30 frames per second, these drops don't affect gameplay nearly as much as it seems. I also want to make a quick special mention to the Vibrance plugin. This simple plugin allows you to increase the saturation of your screen with no performance degradation. Here, we push the saturation to 160, and it is a night and day difference. You can clearly see it, and with no effect on performance, how could you say no? A link to the guide on setting this up will be in the description. Overall, Kena is a good game, and I had a lot of fun playing with it. The gameplay loop is quite enjoyable, and I love the vibrant visuals that the game offers. While I wish the temps and battery drain didn't go as high, and the ghosting, Unreal Engine 4 stuttering was gone, it is a very playable game. As long as you can look past those and compromise, this is an easy win for the Steam Deck. You can check out our full review on our website with the settings listed out, comparison screenshots, and written down thoughts on the game and its performance. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter to catch any updates we have coming up in real time. A big thank you to all of our Patreon supporters as well. You guys are awesome, and we appreciate each and every one of you so much. Happy gaming, fellas!